101, and he finishes the inning with a strikeout. Miz with 3 Ks. Got him. Blew him away with 99. 5 Ks in the first 2 innings for Mizorowski. And he struck him out. 10 Ks on opening day for Miz.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him.
San Diego Padres leading the Western Division of the National League. And for the Minnesota Twins, while they're in 3rd place in American League Central, just 3.5 games out of first. And for the Twins, they've been playing very good baseball of recent times. For the Dodgers, lineup card has been exchanged at home plate. Here's Dave Roberts' starting lineup. Shohei Ohtani leading it off. He's the designated hitter. Andy Pages batting second and playing in center field. Freddie Freeman is at first base. Batting fourth and playing at shortstop is Mookie Betts. At third base, Max Muncy. Kyle Tucker will be in right field. Tommy Edman gets the start at second base. Behind the plate doing the catching, Dalton Rushing. And Ryan Ward is in left field. He will bat 9th in the Dodgers lineup. Will Klein is going to start for the Dodgers. He's going to go 1 inning. And then Eric Lauer, who was originally scheduled to start, will come into the ballgame. So they go with the right-hander Klein, and then the lefty Lauer comes on. For the Dodgers have to figure out 6'5" right-hander Zebby Matthews, who leads the charge. And in the background, the Twins take the field. For Matthews, his record is 3-4. Now, overall, his ERA is 4.78. However, he's been a different pitcher at home. How so? Well, at home, he's 2-1 with an ERA of just 1.8. And his big successful pitch to this point has been a very good slider. Mentioning the Twins, they're 38-41. They're only 1 game above 500 thus far at home. But boy, they have been on the winning track. They've won each of the last 3 series, including the sweep of the Texas Rangers before coming in here in this series against the Dodgers. And for the Twins also, they've not only won 7 of their last 9 games. In that period of time, they have outscored the opposing teams 70 runs to just 47. So they are indeed feeling very good about themselves lately. The umpiring assignments, Lance Barksdale will work the plate. He'll call the balls as strikes. Will Little is at first base. Ryan Addington umpiring at second, and over third is Ryan Wills. We will join you tomorrow, 3:30 on the West Coast with the Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 4:40. Joe Ryan gets the starting nod for the Twins, and Justin Wrobleski will be in search of his 9th victory for the Dodgers. Wrobleski has been dealing, as the players will say. He's 8-2 with an ERA of under 2 3/4. So he's on a roll indeed. Gorgeous evening for baseball here in the Twin Cities. Happy to have you with us. We're all set to go. Game 1 of 3. It's the Dodgers and the Twins, and with the play, here's Tim.
Thank you, Mo. Shohei Ohtani walking to the plate. His first at bat is brought to you by Asahi Super Dry, Japan's #1 selling beer. Seek what is unique. Well, for Ohtani, 297 his average to start action tonight. 16 home runs, tied for the club lead with Max Muncy. From the left side, looks out at Matthews. The right-hander throws the first pitch of the game, and it's low and away, ball 1. First pitch came at 6:41 Central Time, 76 degrees the game time temp. Ohtani swings, hammers one deep right field, gone! Leadoff home run number 30 in the career of Shohei Ohtani. His 6th this year. Instant offense, and the Dodgers lead it 1-0.
I'm not sure the ball's even come down yet. What a blast.
Well, he is a one-man show.
That shows in Technicolor, too. Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. We encourage you to visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet, along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
Well, a strike call to Andy Pages. When the Dodgers score first, they're 34-9. And they scored in a blink of an eye here tonight as Ohtani lit up this crowd with an absolute missile to right field. And the time and temp tonight brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the next offer to Pages is there for a strike.
The batter's challenging the strike call.
So Pages, with nobody on, nobody out, is challenging a pitch here, and he's wrong.
And that's just, well, we talked and talked and talked about it. You've got to be 100% certain if you're going to challenge early.
Call is overturned. It's a ball.
Well, Dodgers with one challenge remaining for the rest of the evening, at least in regulation.
Oh, you're planning extras?
No, haven't had to all season. Dodgers have a National League record 78 games to start a season without an extra innings game. No reason to start tonight. Pages lifts this one in the air to right field. Coming in the sun is Cody Clemens. Right field and center field, still sun fields at this time of the night here in Minneapolis. And there's one away. Now, Shohei Ohtani's exit velocity, 113 miles per hour off the bat. The home run traveled 414 feet. There is a home run porch here in right field. It's an overhang. There's a big flower basket in front of it that runs almost the length of the overhang. And it was hit way over that. Pitch to Freeman. He'll bounce one foul into the first base dugout. Jumps back out.
I've said it once. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it one more time. With Ohtani, anytime he steps on the field, you just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
Pitch to Freeman inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a 2-1 pitch, and it's a strike call. Well, Zebby Matthews, 26 years of age, out of Johnson City, Tennessee, making his 8th start. Coming off a very good one against Texas. He went 7 innings, allowed only 2 runs in a 12-2 Twins win. Throws a fastball by Freeman, swing and a miss. And that's out number 2 and strikeout number 1 for Zebby Matthews. Mookie Betts, he's sitting on 299 career home runs. Mookie from the right side looks out. Here comes the pitch. He'll let it go for a strike. Now, one thing Dave Roberts talked about yesterday, he said it's been uncharacteristic for the Dodger hitters in recent games where they're letting a lot of hittable pitches go and swinging at a lot of spin, meaning sliders, curveballs that are out of the zone. And they want to take a different approach, get back to where they have been. I mean, they do lead Major League Baseball still in batting average as a team at 259. Pitch to Mookie. He swings. It's a high fly ball center field. Buxton battling the sun, but drifting under it. He'll make the catch. And the side is retired, but the Dodgers get a home run on the leadoff homer by Shohei Ohtani. And after a half inning in Minneapolis, it's the Dodgers 1 and the Twins coming to bat.
In Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Big stage.
When you want to talk LA sports, it's always been us.
Oh, baby.
With Dan Patrick at 6 a.m. Colin Cowherd.
Right back to the mound. Good stab by Mulholland. The throw, what? He ball stuck in his glove. The ball stuck in his glove, and that's why he ran so far to first he couldn't get it out. And then he attempted to lob it with his glove hand, and the glove went with it. And Brindley caught them both. This is a classic.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
With a very long home run to right field. You really got into. But that's the run of the game so far. Trevor Larnach will lead off against Will Klein. Larnach, the left fielder, Byron Buxton, and then Cody Clemens after that. So Klein expected to pitch just one inning. This is his second career start. He started on the 15th of April against the Angels. Pitched 2 scoreless there, but he's been told he'll pitch just 1 here tonight. And a swing by the left-handed hitting Larnach, and fouls it back. Twins in their home whites, twins across the chest, red numerals in the back. And the piping down the outside of the legs. Dodgers with their alternate blue jerseys tonight. Los Angeles across the chest and the red numeral in front.
First pitch, foul ball off the top part of the mask of Dalton Rushing. Not the way you want to start off a ball game.
So home plate umpire Lance Barksdale, who's also the crew chief, gave Dalton some extra time to shake the cobwebs out. Now he's ready, and Klein out of the stretch gets ready to throw. He steps back, kicks, delivers, and it's low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to Trevor Larnach. He was hit in 6 straight. The Twins been playing well lately. They just came off a 6-game road trip where they went 5-1. Check swing on a curveball here. 2 balls and a strike to Larnach. Just a beautiful night here in Minneapolis. Some white puffy clouds up above, but mostly blue skies. Swing and a foul back for strike 2. 2-2. With any luck, we'll have nice weather the next 2 days. One of the locals was saying the R word earlier today, which is rain, for tomorrow, but we'll see. Now the pitch, and that's inside, the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the first batter Klein faces.
You mean that 78% likelihood of rain?
Yeah, that.
But we don't know what time of day or evening.
Mother Nature usually cooperates, usually. 3-2 pitch, and Larnach swings, chops it foul back behind him. Kyle Tucker in right field in the Sun field. And in center, Andy Pages still dealing with that element. Left field's not an issue for Ryan Ward, however. Barksdale gets some new baseballs to put in his pouches on each side of his hip. He'll crouch down in the slot behind Rushing. Pitch. Swung on, fouled back again by Larnach.
Well, Tucker shades his eyes with his glove as the pitch is on his way to home plate. That's how bright the sunshine is for right fielders.
Really no wind to speak of. Maybe a slight breeze at best. Now the pitch. Swung on, another foul ball. So Larnach, he is really making Klein work for this.
But just mentioned that Tucker shading his eyes with his glove as the pitch is on its way. But Kyle Tucker just took his sunglasses off and now has them resting on the bill of his cap.
There's the wind, the 3-2. Swung on, fouled away again, this time to the left. And this is going to be a 10-pitch at bat. Larnach, a .281 hitter, 5 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Klein has had to work against this leadoff hitter. Stretch and the 3-2 once more. Swing and a miss. He got him. Got him on a curveball, so Larnach strikes out. There's one down for Minnesota.
You just saw Klein. He shook off 3 signs and then came back with a curveball.
Byron Buxton, he's been very good. He has every year been very good for the Twins. He's had some injury issues while with this club, but in recent years, he's put up some excellent numbers. Last 14 games notwithstanding, .364 with 7 home runs. Right-handed bat takes low and away. Yeah, last 14 games, 20 for 55. Overall hitting .275. He has 24 home runs. 1-0 pitch. Missed downstairs.
9 of those home runs also the first pitch of an at-bat.
And the pitch. Swinging a foul back. Buxton has hit 13 of his 24 home runs at home, but 11 of those have been solo shots. So even though they're productive, not as productive as they could have been, he's got 40 runs batted in. And a 2-1. He swings and hammers one. Deep left center field, back toward the wall. Pages gone. Tie game. Buxton's 25th home run of the season. It is 1-1.
Well, Buxton, I thought it was interesting that he just tossed the bat, looked into his own first base dugout, pumped his arm up and down like he hit it 500 feet. That ball landed in the first row. Evidently, he had it measured perfectly.
Just over the 377 mark. They'll credit him with 394 on the homer. 1 out, nobody on, 1-1 ball game as Shohei Ohtani and Byron Buxton have exchanged first inning home runs. 1-0 the count to Cody Clemens. Left-handed bat playing right field. Strike call to him. Now with that home run, Buxton has tied Yordan Alvarez of Houston for the American League lead with 25. One ball and 1 strike to Cody Clemens. He is the son of Roger Clemens. And a swing and a miss. That's Cody with a K, by the way, because Roger named all of his sons with names that began with the letter K, which is the abbreviation for strikeout. Now the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, elevated the fastball. Second strikeout for Klein. And up comes the switch hitting designated hitter Josh Bell.
But at least they're not backward Ks.
Correct. That would look a little awkward. Josh Bell batting from the left side takes low. Well, you look at Buxton in his 25th home run. Right now he's on pace for 51. If he were to get there, that would set a franchise record. He just need to get to 50. Harmon Killebrew has the Twins single season home run record, 1964, and again in 1969. He had seasons in which he hit 49.
Yes, he did.
You played against him
at Metropolitan Stadium here.
We're in Bloomington. 3 balls and no strikes to Josh Bell. And a 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-0 pitch, not necessarily down the middle. A little bit up. And a 3-1. And a pitch low in the dirt, ball 4, and Josh Bell walks. Runner at first, 2 out. Royce Lewis, the first baseman, will come up. Children's Hospital Los Angeles has been delivering 125 years of hope and healthier futures. When your child needs championship care, visit chla.org. Stretch by Klein, and Lewis, right-handed batter, takes outside for a ball. Lewis averaged just over the Euchre line at 203. 7 home runs, 21 runs batted in. And a 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a sweeper. Lewis looking out, and Klein ready to throw. Will's pitch. That's down the middle for a called strike, a fastball.
Everybody looks at the way batting orders are constructed. And with Lewis batting 5th, it's really an important spot. And you consider the fact that there's only, 5 players that have come to the plate with runners in scoring position more than Lewis.
Sweeper is low for Klein. Count goes to 2-2.
Lewis has an interesting approach to hitting. The back foot, he moves it back just as he begins to swing forward.
He swings and lines one to left field. That's going to get down for a hit. One hop in front of Ryan Ward. Second hit of the inning, and now 2 on and 2 out for Minnesota.
Evidently, stepping back works. It's not by much, but he has his feet firmly planted. As the pitch is being delivered, the right foot goes back about 4 inches. And then he starts the swing. He got a very hittable breaking ball.
Dalton Rushing goes out to talk to Will Klein in this mound visit presented by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. And while they meet on the mound, let's pause 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves on the back-to-back world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network. Now the catcher, Victor Caratini, left-handed hitter, switch hitter, batting left-handed. 241 average, 5 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Well, Mark Pryor on the phone to the bullpen. Eric Lauer already up.
Try to make him keep working.
The 1-2 pending to Caratini. 2 outs in the inning. And he swings and hits one back up the middle. Betts scoops it up behind the bag at second. Double pumps and throws to Freeman at first to retire Caratini. And end the inning. So Caratini, a screamer back through the box, but Mookie equal to the task. We're 1-1 after 1 on Home for Twins Baseball.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
and then they pull it, and they're holding one link. Carrick now, he's going to throw off his arm. Here it comes. Throw toward third. Oh my! What a throw throw by Carrick. Are you kidding me? That's a cannon.
That throw came at 99.8 miles an hour. We round up here. That's a 100-mile-an-hour throw.
How much fun was that?
It's great.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Off to a roaring start here at Target Field. A homer for Ohtani, a homer for Buxton. 1-1 our score. Zebby Matthews facing Max Muncy. Muncy takes a first pitch strike as he hunkers in for the left side, and the count is 0-1. Max Muncy, one of the unsung stars of this star-laden team as he takes a ball down. Recently passed Steve Garvey for third place on the all-time Los Angeles Dodger home run list. Eric Karros, who is here tonight working for the Dodgers, 270 is number one. Ron Say, the Penguin, 228 is number two. And then Muncy at 225. 1-1 chop foul first base side into the camera well. The count 1-2. Now, when I saw that, it just said Dodger list. It didn't say L.A. Dodger list. And I thought, wait a second. Duke Snider, Gil Hodges, Campanella. But they don't count those Brooklyn Dodgers on this particular list as Muncy swings and misses. Chased a curveball down in the dirt. And a swinging miss for strike three. One away for Zebby Matthews, who has a couple of punch-outs now and has retired 4 in a row after the leadoff homer by Ohtani. It turns out Duke Snider, 389. That would be far and away the leader. Gil Hodges, 361. Here's Tucker. Pricey offseason acquisition, and he has struggled in L.A. He hits the first pitch foul down the third base line out of play, 0-1. Overall, his OPS plus is sub 100. That's below average offensive player, which is crazy to think about for a guy who was annually a top 5 MVP vote getter with the Astros and then had a nice year with the Cubs as a ball low.
Yeah, look at the ballpark, dude. He played in Houston. That ballpark, very favorable to him and his swing. Similar to Bregman that had that great year, went to Fenway, short porch out there. Went to Chicago. He did a little bit better than what Bregman's doing there.
Well, to your point, Danny, his home road splits this year are crazy as a pitch wide. At home, Dodger Stadium, cavernous, a $191, 592 OPS.
Not good.
On the road, 277, 816. That's more in line with what we expect from Kyle Tucker. 2-1, who's off the plate away, 3-1. Lauer still warming in the pen. He may well be ready to go here in the second. Zebby likes the sign he has, and he delivers. And it's taken just wide, and that is something Tucker can do well, and that's take a walk. And he is off to first base. A one-out walk, and here's Tommy Edman. Edman playing in just his 5th game, had ankle surgery in the offseason. Off to a hot start, 5 for 13. A versatile player, can play infield, outfield. He's at second tonight. Another left-handed stick. It's a switch hitter by trade. Brooks leads in on the grass at third, and Edman takes a mighty swing at a breaking ball down and in, a slider. 0-1. Dodgers, the traveling gray bottoms, the blue tops. Classic blue LA helmet. Interlocking L and A. There's a pitch just off the plate. Boy, good looking pitch there. Fastball at 96. Edman flinched a little bit, but it was off the plate, and it's 1-1. Kreidler near the bag and deep at shortstop. The pitch. Off the plate wide again. 2 balls in to strike.
I went to the changeup right there. One thing Zebby's showing me right now, and the command that he has, and Zebby's always been pretty good in locating his pitches.
2-1. Swung through, and the count is 2-2, so that's the cutter. 4 different pitches, Danny. Slider down and in for a swing and miss. Tried to get him to fish away on the four seam and the changeup, and then back down and in with the cutter.
Yeah, that cutter acts more like a slider that gets down to the back foot of the hitter. I don't see why he's going to go away from that pitch right now.
Yeah, go back down and in?
Yeah. He hasn't shown that he can lay off of it.
Used a curveball to Muncy to get strike 3 down and in. Here's the 2-2, and it is a slider. It's low, and the count now full.
Yeah, but that was a slider that was kind of flat, you know.
Didn't have the tilt.
Didn't have that tilt to it. Didn't have that break.
1 out, 1 on. Payoff pitch for Tommy Edman. Quick throw over to first base. Tucker's going nowhere. Boy, back in his Houston days, Tucker would steal a bag for you. He won a gold glove out there. Short lead now, not running. 3-2, cracked into right field. Base hit for Edman. Clemens fields it cleanly, rallies the ball quickly back to the infield. And it's a 1-out single for Tommy Edman. And Edman, after missing all of that time, over 70 games following off-season ankle surgery, is in mid-season form. Cracks his 6th hit in 5 games. And there are 2 on now for Dalton Rushing. He's doing the catching here. With Will Smith out with a neck injury. You mentioned Caratini had one. Smith's landed him on the injured list. Like Will Smith, Dalton Rushing, a Louisville product. High draft pick out of Louisville. And now some conversation here. The third base coach. And Dave Roberts.
They're pulling Tucker off the field.
Tucker kind of hobbling his way towards the line. Yeah, he's coming out of the ballgame. He walked and he ran to second, and now Tucker is out of the game. And Alex Call, who is from River Falls, Wisconsin, just across the river. In fact, he was coached there at River Falls by Mark Hallberg, Twins' current bench coach. He's coming in for Tucker, so Tucker's out of the ballgame. Dalton Rushing swings at the first pitch. Piles one high in the air, shallow right. Keyshaw into shallow right field, just behind the dirt, makes the catch. And Rushing's at bat. He's gone in the blink of an eye. A pop-up and the runners stay put. Did you see anything?
Well, they showed the monitor. I don't know if it's... Tucker indicated that he got to second base and smiled and was talking with the shortstop. Maybe he just felt he was hustling enough to get around to possibly get it to third base.
Ryan Ward's now the hitter. 28-year-old rookie, reigning Pacific Coast League Player of the Year. And he takes high for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. And this is no offense to Ryan Ward, but the way this lineup is situated, Danny, you've got to get Ryan Ward out. Hitting .229 in 17 big league games. As he slices one away down the left field line, 1-1, and certainly a talented baseball player, but with the guy looming on deck, you got to take care of your business and take your chances with Ryan Ward. And if you're Ryan Ward, you should expect to see a lot of strikes. The pitch, swung on and fouled away again. He was late, off the hands, fastball into the seats, and seats are packed here tonight. This is one of the biggest crowds we've had all year. And not just large in size, Danny, the energy in the building is fantastic.
Well, I know when Ohtani hit his, yes, you saw the crowd, Dodger fans, but also when Buck hit his, the Twins fans got up on their feet.
1-2, popped up. Back a short for Kreidler. It's going to be the left fielder Larned coming in. Calls off. Kreidler makes the catch, and the inning is over. Zebby strands a pair in a scoreless top of the second. 1-1 our score. Twins coming to bat next.
I want to see what J.J. does in these spots. Down 2 strikes.
In the near center. Mullins on the run. Still going back. J.J. Weatherholt homers in his debut. Incredible.
Just goosebumps right now at Busch Stadium. You could not have written that any better. 0-2, dead center field, 425-foot shot. My goodness.
How fast can you fall in love, St. Louis?
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just mailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
At 88, there you have them. Unleaded 88, engine smart, earth kind. Visit mnfuels.com to learn more.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Well, Brooks Lee's going to lead off for the Twins in a 1-1 ball game. We're in the bottom of the second, and Eric Lauer has come on to pitch. Lauer 2-5 on the year, with the Dodgers 1-0 with a 3.22. The Twins have torched him, as Gino mentioned in the pregame, 1-3 with a 9.58 against Minnesota. Earlier this year, he gave up 7 runs in the third, an inning that started with a Brooks Lee home run. First pitch to Lee is rolled toward shortstop. Betts to his right, scoops it up, throws to first, and history will not repeat itself. Brooks out on a pitch. Get the defensive alignment for you with Call in the ball game. We'll find out if he went to right field or... Yeah, he went straight to right field, so Alex Call is in right for Tucker. And the hitter will be Keyshaw. So Lauer against righties this year, they're hitting 239. Lefties hitting 308. He certainly hasn't seen as many of them. He's given up a home run in 10 straight starts. Now, this won't be officially a start, so he can't add to that list. But he's been homer prone. As a pitch for a strike to Keyshaw, 0-1. And in that 7-run third in Toronto, Brooks touched him up to lead off the inning. And then Larnach had a home run off of him. A 3-run shot to cap the inning. Pitch is just off the plate, 1-1. Now, Larnach is in the hole right now. And it's actually Austin Martin who has a bat and is in the bottom well of the dugout for the Twins. So Martin may be coming in the righty for the lefty. As a pitch down and in, and the count is 2-1. Keyshaw, as Danny mentioned, the only Twin starter who didn't homer on the road trip, but he had a very productive trip as he fouls this one off to our right. And the count is 2-2. Also probably had a whole lot of friends and family in Arizona to watch him play. He now makes his offseason home.
Yeah, he had a heavy, Mike Herman, he had a heavy player list for tickets.
2-2. Looked at for a called strike 3, and Luke wants to challenge this one.
The batter is challenging a strike call.
It's going to be close. We'll go to the big board. Good challenge.
Caller overturns the ball.
So the Twins maintain their challenge. That didn't miss by much. Good eye, Luke Keyshaw. Count full 3-2. He did walk 4 times on this road trip. Keyshaw hunkered in. Always a little fidgety in the box. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a hit in the air, slicing down the right field line. Should get out of play. It does. Let's take 10 seconds for station ID on your home for Twins baseball. Full count to Keyshaw. One out here in the second inning. And Luke rolls this one to Mookie Betts. Betts stumbles a little bit, comes up with it cleanly and throws to first. And retires Luke. Mookie Betts has made the last 3 assists, going back to Caratini to end the first. And now it's Ryan Kreidler's turn. And Danny, you spoke awfully glowingly about the game Ryan Kreidler put together in Arizona, really the series he put together.
Well, he just played, he had a defensive play that was just off the charts. Played well, hit a home run in Dallas.
First pitch to Kreidler, swung on a miss, 0-1.
Yeah, we had him on post game after the game one time, and he said that, some of the things he's doing now, it has everything to do with his health. That a lot of years in Detroit wasn't all that healthy.
Had a chance to win that shortstop job as he taps this one on the ground towards third, but foul before Muncy can grab it.
Well, there was a point where it was dependent on the left-handed pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Kreidler would face most of the left-handers, and Tristan Gray would face the right-handers. But Kreidler's performance, not only defensively but also offensively, he's kind of earned it right now.
Because so many players are executing so well, it just gives the staff so many more options. As this ball smacked down the third base line and foul, and if that means that Gray is a defensive option at second base late in the game, or if Keyshaw we've even seen go to the outfield at times, they've got more moving parts.
We've seen that with Tristan Gray come in and late in the ball games play some second base. That doesn't mean by any means that Tristan Gray's not going to play some shortstop.
He definitely will. No balls and 2 strikes. Martin is on deck for Larnach. And the pitch is fouled away down the right field line for Kreidler. And the count stays 0-2. 1-1 our score. Homers for Ohtani and Buxton. The Stars are shining, though the sun is still out here at Target Field. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're being told that Kyle Tucker left the game with lower back spasms. So the new right fielder is Alex Call. We're 2 innings in. Both managers have already gone to their bench. Pitch high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kreidler.
Well, if Kreidler makes the last out, you send Larnach back out there?
Well, he hasn't been announced yet.
I know that.
I mean, they like Austin's defense too, so I don't know why you wouldn't just throw him out there. There's a pitch wide, and the count 3-2. Better yet, let Kreidler extend the inning. Wouldn't that solve the problem? Lower bowl encased in shadow, sunny in the outfield grandstand. Beautiful night downtown Minneapolis. Great setting for a ball game. Here's the leg kick and the pitch. Swung on and hit high in the air. Foul again down the right field line. Boy, even in that first inning, starting with Larnach, a lot of foul balls. And these Dodger pitchers, first Klein and now Lauer, have had to go deep into the bag of tricks. Just the one pitch at bat to Lee. Other than that, everything's been deep. Lauer won't overpower you with his mix. 4 seams, changeups, cutters, and curves to the righties. Here's the payoff. Swung on and fouled away again. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat to Kreidler. Breaking ball hit high in the air. Down the third base line. Long run from Mookie Betts. He's into foul territory. Chases off Muncy, and he makes the catch on the warning track, showing the form from shortstop that made him a Gold Glover in right field. So Kreidler eventually fouls out on 10 pitches, and we are through 2 at Target Field. 1-1 our score. We'll
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the midnight navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Moment for Bonda, his family in town, including his parents for the event, and he was just all smiles before this game down on the field. Guys?
All right, thank you very much. Shohei Ohtani's leading off. He homered in his first at-bat, and he takes a strike here, and the count is 0-1. This, of course, the top of the third. And a 1-1 ball game as Zebby delivers to Shohei Ohtani. It's down and in, 1-1. Well, for star power, it's hard to match Shohei, but we'll do our best with Grant Johnson of the Prairie Island Indian community. It is great to see you. This is an annual event. We're not catching up in San Diego or some other port of call, but it's great to have you here as Ball 2 delivered to Ohtani. And, of course, it's Native American Heritage Night, and you can express it better than we ever could what this means to you and your community.
Yeah, this is a beautiful night. You know, we get an opportunity to share our culture and our heritage with Twins fans, Twins territory, and you know it means a lot to our community to do that. You know, to be able to educate and show who we are as Dakota people.
What's your favorite part of the experience? Is it letting people see maybe the dancers for the first time, the drums?
Honestly, it's tough to pick. You know, the opportunity for our dancers and our singers to get out there to show, our language and our dances, but also the opportunity that our members get to show their artistic, work that they do,
Let's talk about that. Leah Thomas, I think, was the winner this year who designed the jersey. We've talked at length about the glove and the
glove, the bat.
But this jersey is phenomenal.
Yes. My sister, Leah, she did a tremendous job with this. It's something that truly connects, our Dakota culture to Minnesota, to our home territory where Dakota people are from. So,
Grant, how important is it with the Twins to work with the Minnesota Twins organization?
Oh, it's hugely important to us, just because for us it's an opportunity to showcase who we are, as Dakota people, but also to be able to highlight Treasure Island Resort and Casino as well. But it's always a great opportunity to be able to do the outreach and have positive impact, because through this partnership we're able to truly impact the local communities, and that's what we truly cherish, and any chance we get we try to help out.
Shohei fouled one off of Caratini there. It stays 3-2. I want to rewind a little bit. Leah's your sister.
Well, yeah. So is
she the artist in the family, or do you have any artistic skills?
So she's my cousin, but she's a sister to me.
I got you.
So no, she does tremendous work.
Oh my gosh, she's brilliant.
Yes.
I mean the design is absolutely breathtaking.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Foul ball again into the seats. There's going to be a scrum for that one. An Ohtani foul ball. I think that's a pretty popular prize. Zebby looks in. 3-2 on the way, and it's fouled away yet again. You were kind of the Shohei Ohtani to softball league for a while, weren't you?
Yeah, but they're going over that fence.
Exactly. Very, very, very accurate. See if Zebby can put him away here. We're in the top of the third inning. Grant Johnson, our guest, love to have him around. A little tapper towards Zebby. Zebby grabs it, drops it off the glove, flips it to first base, and Ohtani is out number one. The Twins and Treasure Island Resort and Casino and the Prairie Island Indian community partners for over 20 years.
Yes. Yep.
Why do you think this partnership works so well?
Again, I think we all have the same values, right? The Twins want to have a really good product to share, and an opportunity for community to come together. But for us, it's also, within that, we like to be a part of the community and be able to give back as well. And so being able to do that, with the home run deal that we have and be able to use Island Impact, it's truly something special that, we get to share with the Twins organization.
We've had some thumpers costing you
Yes,
some money up there in the upper deck this year, huh? Let's see if we can get a few more up there today.
Yeah, let's go.
1-0 is in there for a strike. And you talk about that shared value of community, and that's why the community fund marriage has been such a good one too.
Yes, yeah. And, again, it's about giving back to the community, right? We cherish the opportunity to be able to give equipment with the Twins to local communities. I know they were down in Pine Island this year and, very close to home for us. And so
there's one blasted to left field. It is still Larnacke left. He's back. He's at the wall, and he jumps up and he makes the catch. So it's a good thing that Rick Shelton listened and Dan Gladden kept Larnacke in the ball game. Larnacke jumped up and makes a catch at the wall there, 2 away for Freddie Freeman. Well, you talked about his defense in Arizona, Danny, and boy, he tracked that one right off the bat.
How much do you follow the Twins, though?
I try to watch as much as I can. I got 3 kids that are super active. So.
Do they play ball, though, too?
Yeah, my son does, yeah.
Okay. Do you coach him?
No, he's above my pay grade now. No, he's a 16-year-old that played high school baseball, varsity baseball this year.
I always tell kids about that age, I said, who coaches you? Oh, my dad. Get away from him.
Get away from
Get away from Dad.
Yeah.
You are selling yourself short there. You're a good ball player.
Yeah,
I've heard that from people other than you. So that's how I know it's true.
Yeah, I enjoyed baseball growing up. It was fun. I played the outfield and a lefty, so limited positions, but I truly enjoyed it just to be outside and with a good group of buddies that, enjoy the game.
Fastball high to Freeman, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, we saw San Diego. You're in Florida, spring training, right?
Yep.
You're down there roaming around?
Yep.
Can't stay away from the ballpark.
No.
Pitch low, and the count is 2-1. Where'd your son play? What high school?
So Cottage Grove.
Cottage Grove?
Yep, Cottage Grove. Yep. He's sophomore this year, got the opportunity to play varsity baseball, so
cool.
super exciting. And then he's playing for his club team this summer, and so
2-1 to Freeman just off the corner. They're going to challenge this one.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
Little ABS action. Already teams are 2 for 2, and that's going to be a strike.
Call is overturned as a strike.
To make him 3 for 3. That turns a 3-1 count into a 2-2 count to Freddie Freeman. Every strike you can get against Freddie, that's a win. That is an absolute win. We got to get Cottage Grove to play one of the high school showcase events at Target Field.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Get on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They have the double headers during the year as Freeman lifts one in the air. Buxton racing in. Kreidler going out. Kreidler called off by Byron, and Byron does what Byron does. Runs right underneath it and makes a tough play look easy. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Grant, it's always great to see you.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison. Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Ever become a minivan mom, and you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Well, Austin Martin is now in to hit for Trevor Larnach, so he let Larnach do the dirty work in left, and Austin now gets the AB, and he takes a ball low from Lauer. 1 ball and no strikes. This series with the Dodgers brought to you by Blaze. Your financial journey starts at Blaze Credit Union. 1-0 pitch, fouled straight back over the head of Buxton in the on-deck circle. His solo home run, the Twins' only run, matching the solo homer for Shohei Ohtani in the top of the first. 1-1 our score. The new catcher now, Dalton Rushing is out. Chucky Robinson is catching. Has a broken bat roller to the right side of the diamond, skipped up by Edman. Edman throws to first. And Martin is retired. Muncy comes in to grab that big chunk of bat. So Dalton Rushing is out. Chucky Robinson is in. Remember, Will Smith is on the injured list. They expected Rushing to catch maybe all 3 games in this series. So that's big news and not good news for the Dodgers. Here's Byron.
Tucker left the ball game. What did they say? A tight back.
Spasms.
So he is out. Haven't got an update on Rushing yet.
Pitch is low here to Byron, and the count is 1-0. Great chat with Grant Johnson and, of course, Treasure Island Resort and Casino, the exclusive casino partner of the Minnesota Twins. Explore more of the island with a relaxing getaway. Book your stay at TICasino.com. Just great partners for, again, over 20 years. Swinging miss by Buxton, the count 1-1. Always great to catch up with Grant.
Been great partners with the Twins organization over the years.
One of my favorite nights. Native American Heritage Night. As the 1-1 pitch on the way. And that's taken for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Buck homered off Will Klein in the first. Buxton has a couple of home runs off of Lauer in his career. He's 4 for 10 with 2 long balls. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on a ripped foul behind Ramon Borrego up the third base line, and it stays 1-2. Speaking of Byron, celebrate his historic cycle with a bobblehead giveaway at Target Field on Saturday. The first 10,000 fans to the Twins-Rockies game take home a milestone Buxton bobblehead presented by Delta Airlines. Secure your spot at twins.com/tickets. Popped up foul to our right. This one won't be in the booth. Danny's got the glove on, and Dan, I understand you were taking some grief for a ball that tipped
ball
off your
came in
glove.
the booth out in Arizona, and
but you went a long way after. It wasn't like it was hit right at you.
It was Corey's ball, but we know how that goes. We wanted to make the play.
Buxton watches wide, 2-2.
I was charged with an error.
And you heard about it from a lot of people.
Yeah, but Trevor Plouffe came in there, and like I told him, now I know how you felt your whole career.
Here's the 2-2. And Buck takes down and in 3-2.
But it would have been a good play. Didn't make it. Corey, I working with Corey. I know I can count on you to make an effort.
There was no
I was trying to
there.
protect equipment.
3-2. A rolled off the end of the bat to Mookie. He scoops this one up, flings it low to first. Great scoop from Freddie Freeman. Buxton out by a step. A wonderful scoop by Freddie. There are 2 outs, and Cody Clemens will be the hitter.
Sometimes you see a shortstop make a great play, and then the low throw. To me, sometimes the better play is with the first baseman picking that ball out of the dirt.
And when you've got 2 guys as part of the equation who are both going to have busts in Cooperstown someday, that's a pretty good combination. Clemens awaits. Watches a first pitch wide, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. A dramatic start to this game. First inning homers for Ohtani and Buxton. It's settled in now. But attrition for the Dodgers. They've lost their right fielder and their catcher. And the pitch is high, and the count is 2-0. And again, Chucky Robinson doesn't play a whole lot. Just recalled with Smith going on the IL. This one hit sharply to the right side for Edman. Lauer doing the job. He's getting everything on the ground, and that's his game. Edman throws out Cody Clemens in a 1-2-3 inning for Eric Lauer. We've played 3, still tied.
O'Shea goes down awkwardly on the mound. So whose ball is it?
It's a good question. I'm going to have to ask that lady from Philly.
Meanwhile, out in the Cove, this guy just sort of check and see what the score is.
It's on Rizzo jersey trying to make the play on it. Could it be? Oh,
he had it. He literally hit it right to him.
That's why I'm retired, is what he just said.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
I'm Jonathan Nahum, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Coordinated Business Systems, extraordinary connections. To learn more, visit coordinated.com. That's coordinated.com.
You're listening to the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
This portion of Twins Baseball brought to you by United Healthcare, committed to care. Learn more at uhc.com. To learn more about this game, here's Danny Gladden.
Well, thank you, Chris. Good evening, everybody. Mookie Betts flew out to center field in his only at-bat. Takes first pitch from Zebby, outside ball one. And that one's peeled straight back into the netting. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mookie this year missed 32 ball games with a right oblique strain. Had a couple 2-homer games against the Rockies, and that one missed, called a ball, but
the catcher's challenging the ball call.
Caratini's going to challenge it. He's been good so far. It's amazing how everybody just turns and watches the screen, and it's overturned. It is a strike called, and that was the whole baseball was in the strike zone.
Yeah, Lance is 0 for 4 tonight.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Mookie Betts, leading off top half of the 4th. Check swing, see if he went. Yes, they said he did. So Mookie Betts, that little league walk back to the dugout right now, upset.
How big was that challenge, Danny, to swing the count?
Well, that ball was in the strike zone. The whole ball was. And that's his 3rd strikeout here tonight. Now, Max Muncy. He's playing pretty good baseball right now. 16 homers, 31, 265 average. And a pitch. Breaking ball that's in there for a strike. Muncy struck out swinging his first time up. One thing about Muncy, they said that he's turned himself into a fine defender at third base. Missed outside.
Noticeably leaner. He's leaner and I think quicker.
And he plays that reaction position at third base, and Dodger Stadium there, he's really turned himself into a good glove guy. Breaking ball missed down and in. Has some power, has some big hits in his career. I believe that. And a pitch. Fouled straight back. Who was the leprechaun that played there?
Ronce.
No.
The Penguin. He was the Penguin that played there. Oh, Justin Turner.
Justin Turner, who's still playing.
He's in Tijuana.
He's in Tijuana playing right now. But Muncy was on the team then, and Turner was there. And I felt Muncy was a better third baseman. One hopper to Keishel at second. Picks it and retires Muncy out number 2.
Yeah, they'd move Muncy around.
Yeah, they were moving
all over the place.
And he was playing some first base prior to Freeman getting here. But they felt the outfield, nope.
Second base for a while.
Yeah, and they felt that third base was his position. He's really locked in there. 2 down. Here's was Kyle Tucker, but this is Call batting. Came in. Tucker left the game. Walked with 1 out in the second. There's a strike called. Alex Call.
River Falls, Wisconsin.
Got a ticket list. Another bender in there, and that's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
When he was with the Nationals, he played his first game here. I walked out with his family, and they said, hey, we were listening to you guys. I just want you to know he's not from Minnesota. And I said, well, he was born in Minnesota. They said, it's because the hospital was across the river. I took him home across the river to Wisconsin as soon as I could.
Little line drive up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. 0-2 breaking ball. He just stuck his bat out. So he's at first with a 2-out single.
Yeah, that was
well, the way
pepper.
you tell it, it's almost like his mother didn't want anything to do with him being raised or born. He was born here.
She's Packers, she's Brewers, and she said, we're not Minnesotans, we're Wisconsin people.
What happens if he puts a Twins uniform on?
She's going to become a Twins fan.
Here's Edmund to bat. He's singled. His first time up. Takes a fastball on inside corner. Zebby at 95 with that heater right there. Zebby, his velocity's ticking up a little bit. Runner at first, can run a little. Pretty good lead, no throw. Line to the left field. That's going to land in front of Martin for an opposite field base hit. So back-to-back 2-out hits. And that'll get Chucky Robinson to bat. What'd you say? He's 0 for 8.
0 for 8. His second stint with the club.
He's been with several clubs. Chucky Robinson. Kind of a big league name, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great name. First round grade on the name.
The White Sox debuted with them. I think he's a lifetime 123 hitter. A couple of home runs. A swing and a miss on a slider. See numbers like that over his career, and you wonder, has a job in the big leagues because he can catch. 2 on, 2 out. Laid off the bender this time.
Yeah, the other thing about that, the guys who last a long time and they never really hit, they don't play a ton, but they keep getting jobs. People like playing with them. Like, you can't be a jerk and not hit. He's 31 years of age, and he keeps finding work and finds his way back to the big leagues. Good for him.
Watches a fastball go by here, and now 1-2. I would be safe to say that the catching is probably the easiest person to find out there. Is if you're looking for a backup catcher, they're all over the place. Easy to find. Foul down the right field line. That stays alive, and Clemens gives chase, but that's into the seats.
Now, the days of the backup catcher who you carried, who just played, once a week, they're gone because the guys aren't catching as much. And that's where the Dodgers felt with Will Smith and rushing. They had a real nice combination.
Yeah, but Will Smith, look at his numbers that he's played. He's played 135, 140 games a year.
At a very high level.
Pitching tight. Yeah, I would say that catching that, you catch over 100 games as a catcher, that's almost full time for you. Chucky Robinson, 2 on, and a swing and a miss. Zebby Matthews, 4 strikeouts, Strands 2. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Maybe Josh Bell, Royce Lewis, Victor Carantini tied up 1-1 on your home for Twins Baseball.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Here comes Pudge, and Burley tried to wrestle the ball out of his glove. Swinging at a pitch out.
Well, the catcher thought it was a pitch out, but McCarthy didn't know it. The umpire's going, whoa. Ortiz did the strangest slide you've ever seen. He went down on one knee and went in frontwards.
Nice play by Punto, and the third base umpire takes a tumble.
Quite an acrobatic play, but he got out of the way.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
And it'll be Josh Bell leading off here, bottom half of the fourth inning. 1-1 tie. Bell, turn around bat right-handed for the first time, lifts it down the right field line. Foul. Josh on a road trip. He went 10 for 22, couple home runs. Drove in 8. He leads the club with 48 ribbies. Right in a little 7-game hitting streak. DH in here tonight. Lauer, the left-hander, delivers way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just got an update on Dalton Rushing. The catcher left the ball game, concussion-like symptoms, so took a foul ball in the mask, and he is being attended to right now. This one missed inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Eric Lauer came on in the bottom half of the second inning. Will Klein started. Kind of a bullpen session for the Dodgers. Changeup missed down. Lauer, nothing special. Left-hander. Not too many pitches over the plate. And there's a leadoff walk. 91 on a 4-seam fastball.
When he melted down against the Twins in Toronto, Danny, that 7-run inning, in that game, 5 in the third, the 7 runs, sure, a couple homers, but he walked 5, including 3 in that inning. So if you wait him out, you got a chance to get some traffic going.
Yeah, and let's see what Royce Lewis is going to do here. Royce had a solid base hit his first time up. 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the fourth. Watches that one. 4-seam fastball. That one's in there for a strike. Royce staying with that new, I don't want to say a new stance, but a start of it. Takes that right foot, steps back almost out of the batter's box. And then gets loaded and then a short stride. And fouls that one straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. To me, it's start of his rhythm with that pitcher. And it's all predicated on when that left-hander starts to wind up. He's going to get that back step. Put some weight back on that back foot. About 70-30. And hit well into center field. Long run center fielder. And he has room. That ball dies in front of the warning track. Bell hustling back. Sounded good when it left his bat.
Headed over 100 off the bat. Lined it out to deepest part of the ballpark. And I think maybe it almost felt like the ball was jumping a little bit earlier tonight. But then again, that was Buxton and Ohtani hitting the ball. So the ball always jumps off their bats. I thought he really scored that one up.
It was off speed, and he kind of took the top hand off as he kind of decelerated his swing to make contact. Batter's going to be Carantini. He had a homer, 4 RBIs in that last road trip to Dallas, Arizona. Swept the Rangers. Curve drops in there for a strike. Usually switch hitters a little bit different in their stance, in their stride, in their swing, but Carantini's pretty much mirrored up left to right. Fouled off to our left. Is that it? That's it.
That's the old one. That caught the lip. No error is going to be charged on that one. Because that one hit the lip right in front of our monitors and somehow didn't break anything. I want to say that ball hit the other foul ball that you caught that was sitting out in front.
This is the ball I caught.
Yeah, and then the other one skipped up over it.
It was sitting there. That hit the lip and almost didn't get anybody. Lifted down the right field line. That's foul. Call given chase, but that ball's well into the seats.
I don't suppose Bob Brenly's going to come in here now and yell at us?
No, but the Spanish radio for the Dodgers next to us on our right. And
your old buddy?
Yeah. You know what's funny is when you're hot, you're hot. I didn't even take my glove out in Dallas. They were so high up.
I will say, I feel like we've been targeted more this year than in
years past
combined.
Yeah.
Guess that's the old ugly finder.
Caratini with a count of 1-2. Bell the runner at first. Strike three, catches the inside corner. So Caratini, first strikeout for Lauer.
Oh, they're re-showing your play in Arizona.
Are they?
Look at Corey hiding.
Yes, and then there's Trevor Plouffe. Yeah, I ain't catching that one.
Yeah, I couldn't even find it.
No, Brooks Lee. No balls and one strike. I feel like we're getting more TV time than anybody else.
Not we.
Yeah, okay. Ground ball third base, Muncy. He'll go to second base for the long out. Retires Bell at second base. One runner left. 4 complete. It's the Dodgers 1, Twins 1.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The aggressive send. Tigers take a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, Tigers lead this one in the 9th right now, 5-3. They've won 3 straight games, and they have the American League's best record here in June. Danny.
Well, it's 1-1 here as the number 9 hitter for the Dodgers leads off top of the 5th inning. It'll be Ryan Ward, and he swings, fouls this one straight back. Pacific Coast League's MVP last year, 36 home runs. Well, he drove in 122 runs. That one missed from Zebby. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a changeup. That one missed. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ward flew out to left field. His only at bat.
And flies this one out to left field. That's Austin Martin. Drifting a little bit to his right. One hands it, puts it away. Let's pause 10 seconds, allow our stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Ohtani in the box, gets a nice hand. From the Dodger fans that are here as Matthews delivers and missed on a breaking ball low. Ohtani hit the second pitch he saw of the game for his 17th home run. Laid off a breaking ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Something special about this guy. And we're going to see him on the mound. I believe he's pitching on Wednesday. And that's something special as well. Big swing and a miss off speed. Curveball.
I mean, Danny, you've been in this game for a long time. And have you ever imagined that you would see a guy who would lead off a game, who has been a 50 homer guy, who's been a 50 stolen base guy, and then he'd come out and pitch and be the starting pitcher?
There was a guy I didn't see. I watched. I think Bobby Bonds was one of those guys.
No, and then pitch, though. That's what I'm saying.
And then pitch? No. No. I didn't go back. Pitch was a check swing. I've seen Babe Ruth highlights in black and white. You got to go that far back. Just missed outside. Not by much. Full count, 3-2. See if he goes to the breaking ball. Took him deep on a changeup. And a pitch. Curve, ground ball right side. Nice play by Lewis. Backhands it. Underhand flips to Zebby covering first. Nice play all around. Did go to the breaking ball. 2 down.
Yeah, that's one of those where you've got a former shortstop, third baseman, second baseman playing first, and the way Royce rounded that ball, Danny, that's like an infielder you'd see on the left side of the diamond.
Yeah, he did everything right there and under control. And you know what? Zebby Matthew did everything right, too. Ball hit to center field well. Buck tracking, he'll track and run that one down. Pajas swings at the first pitch. Another nice inning.
The numbers starting to creep up a little bit for George. Springer hits it a long way to left, and it's gone! Career home run number 300 for George Springer.
Congratulations, George Springer. What a way to do it. An absolute no-doubter. 438 feet. And you talk about a ball disappearing, Joe, into the night.
Gone instantaneously. And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz. Hot shot. And he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Playa can sound like, for others, it's. But this is our playa. Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Luke Keyshaw will lead off for your Twins here in the bottom of the 5th. Keyshaw grounded out to the shortstop, his only at bat. Fouls this one straight back. 1-1 tie. Ohtani home run in the top of the 1st. Byron Buxton home run in the bottom of the 1st. And that's where we're at. Twins have not had a hit since Royce Lewis's single. Only other base runner is the leadoff walk to Bell. That's a high strike call, and Keyshaw is going to challenge this one.
Batter challenging the strike call.
Wait, how many times here we've been? Is that 5 now? And it's the ball.
Pitch is overturned. It's the ball.
Barksdale having enough night.
Luke has had 2 really good challenges tonight.
Carantini's had a couple. Lauer, the left-hander, came out in the bottom of the second. Ground ball pulled foul. Hey, your next game day jersey, it's waiting right here at Target Field. It's going to happen this Sunday with a Royce Lewis replica jersey giveaway. Celebrate Rolls-Royce by being one of the first 10,000 fans. Score this jersey is presented by Sheboygan Sausage Company. Grab your seats at twins.com/tickets. And a 1-2. And that's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keyshaw, pretty good road trip. Here's a 2-2. Swung on a miss. Went with a changeup. And Keyshaw out in front. That's just the second strikeout for Eric Lauer.
Danny, what makes a guy like this so frustrating to hit against? Because he's not overpowering.
No,
but
he's
again,
not. He's just, I think that probably, Keyshaw's, you're too excited. You want to hurry up and hit. You got to be patient. He'll give you some pitches, though. There's a fastball in there for a strike, 86 miles an hour on a cutter, and he'll change speeds, but nothing's really center cut with him. Foul down the right field line. That one right there, a change up at 84. You can tell he telegraphed that a little bit, kind of decelerated his arm to get the slow speed on the changeup. Kreidler, the batter, in 0-2. Flew out to the shortstop in a long at bat. Ground ball up the middle, got a player there. And that's going to retire out number 2. Top of the order, Austin Martin, second at bat. Series versus the Dodgers brought to you by Blaze. Your financial journey starts at Blaze Credit Union. Good crowd here tonight. Dodgers first to 3. As that one's pumped in there for a strike, 91. Probably his best fastball right there.
Dodgers are like a traveling circus when they come to town. There's just more media, there's more fans, there's just more stuff.
The Cardinals showed up. They were Cardinal fans here. I like it, though. That one missed down and in.
We saw how many field passes today. Boy,
Today.
they were brushed up almost to the
yeah,
back
they
of the
were.
turtle.
Mostly Dodgers, but they pay for that. Setting up inside on Martin. And a pitch is down and in.
Makes for just an awesome atmosphere. And like you said, they went nuts for the Ohtani homer. And then when Buxton hit one into the seats, boy, the Twins fans were in full voice.
One thing that he kind of cheated on, missed outside Martin, and now 3 balls and 1 strike. Ohtani doesn't take batting practice outside. Mm-hmm. And I think Byron's also was in that when Carlos Correa's here. Buck will come out occasionally and hit outside. There's a strike, catches the outside corner.
What Ohtani did do is he does his pitching stuff. He was out in left field playing and going through his throwing routine. And that apparently is generally like national news in Japan. Every time he does it, people are cameras all over the place.
Lowry's 3-2. Missed high and away. 2-out walk. And that'll get Byron to the plate.
You got a catcher in Chucky Robinson back there who hasn't played a whole lot of baseball at this level this year. But you've got your best guy at the plate. You don't want to take the bat out of Buck's hands.
Yeah, I think Moss and Martin just kind of throw anchor out there and watch Byron hit. And a pitch. Missed down and in. Again, here's Lowry. He gets in jams. He hopes that throws more pitches that are chase pitches than true strikes. And a quick throw over and dive back is Martin.
It's a sneaky little move, isn't it? A little bit of hesitation, a little bit of hang there. That awkward flamingo kick.
Ball and no strikes, 2 down, 1 on, 1-1 tie. Hit the left field and hit well. And it is caught at the wall. Well, he didn't get all of it. Sounded good when it left his bat. And a nice running catch by Ryan Ward in left field. 1-1 tie through 5 on your home for Twins baseball.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of, to punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
Do you mind clearing up what in the world a guy with one career big league hit is doing with a baseball card that looks like this?
Yeah, every player in the mid to late 80s wanted to dupe a photographer, right? The entire rest of the season, I was wondering what my card would look like next year if I was able to sneak it through. And I open it up and I see one with me with the eye black and the batting gloves.
And you celebrate.
I was like, yeah, I duped him.
Oh, my. Fly ball, right center field, and O'Neal Cruz with his first Cruz missile of the year. Off the lefty, Brandon Williamson. Cruz crushes it. Pirates get the run back. They lead 6-1.
That's a beautiful thing. Man, it just sounds different. It just sounds different coming off that bat. Look how far that ball went up in the stands, Browning. O'Neal Cruz, just a special talent.
Dodgers bat here in the top of the 6th inning, 1-1 tie. And Zebby's first pitch, taken low, down low, 1 ball, 1 no strikes. Freddie a strikeout and a flyout. Zebby's given up 4 hits, 3 singles and a home run to Ohtani. And that missed down, 2 balls and no strikes.
We talked about all the big stars, but the hits, 2 of the 4 come from Tommy Edman down to the number 7 spot in the order.
Hit high in the air, right center field. Buck tracking. He'll pull up, look up. That's out of here. Will Freeman has given the Dodgers a 2-1 lead on his 13th of the year.
There's the star.
That's one of the stars. This whole team is loaded with stars.
380 career home runs for Freddie Freeman now. Boy, he has a pretty swing.
380 home runs. He's going to get 400 at least. 450 maybe when he's done. As Betts takes it outside, they're going to challenge it.
The catcher's challenging the ball call.
And it's a strike.
So for 6.
So what were the hits on Freddie? Freddie's got a chance for 3,000 hits.
He's at 2,509 now.
Okay.
Yep.
So pitch outside, slider.
So what do you say if he gets 170 hits a year, 180 hits a year? Can he play 3-4 more years like that?
He looks
like he can, doesn't he?
And a pitch outside. Don't forget, he'll be able to slide into that DH role.
Oh, what a luxury that would be.
2 balls and 1 strike. Coming to the ballgame, Zebby had just given up 1 home run. Check swing, didn't go. 3 balls and 1 strike. And a 3-1. Fouled off right side.
Now, he's not the first, nor will he be the last to give up a home run to Ohtani or Freddie Freeman. Limit the damage here. Keep him solo shots. Keep runners off base.
And a pitch. He walked him. So giving up the home run. Second walk by Zebby. I said that Zebby had only given up 1 home run. He's given up 8 this year. He got rocked for a 3-homer game against Detroit in Detroit. Took the loss in that ball game. That gave him more hits, more runs. 9 hits, 7 runs in that ball game. Here's Muncy to bat. A timeout called by Carantini.
Yeah, this is to give Eric Orsi some time. Orsi just got up and he's warming. The pitch count's at 94 here for Zebby. I think they were hoping to sneak him through that 6-inning mark. That's what Gina was looking for in our pregame lineup card. But with the pitch count at 94, traffic on here, you're looking at Muncy, then it's Call, and then Edman's been really good, and Orsi's up, and he's heating up pretty quickly.
Yeah, but ground ball double play right here, get him right back on the rails and get out the field. You know, having only given up 2 runs. But Betts can run a little bit. He's at first. Muncy, dangerous hitter. Check swing. I don't know if he went around, but he called it a strike. Muncy, 16 big flies. He's driven in 31. And a pitch. Strike 2 to Muncy. Back-to-back changeups.
Pain down there at the bottom of the zone, too.
Yeah, that's Muncy's wheelhouse down there, and he's walking around a little upset at himself. Top of the 6th, 2-1. Dodgers over the Twins, 1-3. There's a fly ball into right field. Clemens coming on. He'll get there. Make a nice running catch.
Interesting sequence there, and again, pitching is such a wonderful art, but he goes down with the changeup just on the bottom rail, then down with the changeup that he kind of got away with because he left it a little bit up, and I think that was the one Muncy was walking around. Then he stayed down, but with a heater, and because of that, timing off just enough to get the line drive out.
Here's Alex Call. He singled his first time up. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's in there for a strike. Brooks Lee was back at third, and now kind of even with the bag, he's going to take a few steps back. But Call can run. Betts at first, he can run. Ground ball, base hit right field. Betts over to second base, he'll pull up there. Some good hitting right there. Little inside out swing, trying to go that way.
Call and Edman in the 6-7 spot, Danny, are 4 for 4. But the way that the Twins have been bailed out there is that first Rushing, then Chucky Robinson, and then Ryan Ward, they've been the guys at the plate with the runners in scoring position in the traffic, as opposed to it being Ohtani or Paez or Freddie Freeman, and the Twins have been able to get by because so far Rushing and Ward have combined to strand like 4 guys on base tonight.
Pete Mackey out to talk to his pitcher right now. Gather everybody up there. This is good speed on the bases with 1 out. But Call, that swing is designed. He purposely, just kind of inside outed it because Keishel playing up the middle. There was so much open space on the right side. That's a good player right there to be able to. He showed you bunt. So that's part of his game. And then part of the game, manipulating the baseball where he wants to.
Remember his first base hit? It was almost a pepper game.
Yeah.
Where he just kind of he held up his swing and just redirected it back up the middle.
That's all that was right there. Just a little inside out swing.
Yeah, you do not have to swing 80 miles an hour to find a hole and collect a base hit. That's smart baseball. This is part of the order.
And here is Tommy Edman.
Two-hit night, left-handed stick. And a pitch missed inside. 91 on a cutter.
Edmonds gone to right and to left. He's another guy, sprays the ball around, doesn't overdo it. He's got a whole left side of the diamond right now.
This slips one up, left field. Buck over. It's going to be Austin Martin catching. He's going to go to third base with it. Not a good play. Both runners tag up and advance. He caught it. Went to the shortstop with it. Both runners tagging, and once the runner saw that the ball was going to third base, made it easily into second base. No chance to throw out Mookie Betts. Just not a good play by Martin out there. And then again, my outfielder in center field's got to be my eyes. He's got to tell me, hey, 2-2-2. And here is Chucky Robinson.
It's worth noting that after that play, Austin Martin and Buck had a little conversation about it, and you could see Austin nodding his head saying, yep, you're right.
And a swing and a miss there. Robinson 0 for 9 this year with the Dodgers. I've always said that, hey, you're the eyes for me. So Buck's got to be saying they're tagging. You know, go to second base with the throw. Pitch outside and low, laid off. Leadoff home run off the bat of Freddie Freeman here in the top half of the sixth inning. The difference, they're threatening with 2 on, 2 out. 2-1 Dodgers. And Zebby delivers. Fouled off right side. The 105th pitch for Zebby Matthews. Zebby has gone over 100 pitches 3 times this year.
Big, strong kid. He's built for it.
Need that out. See if we get him to chase. Here it is. Just missed with a fastball outside. Boy. 97 with the heater. Zebby shaken off 3 times. Carantini, so he wants to throw this pitch. Fouled off, went to the little slider. Zebby going to walk off the mound between the pitcher's mound, second base, rub up that baseball, and now back on the rubber and gets a sign from Carantini. Sets up outside, and the pitch. Swung on and missed, got him. 96 with a heater. He does give up 1 run, a Freddie Freeman home run. Strands 2 going to the bottom of the 6th. Clemens, Bell, Lewis trailing 2-1 on your home for Twins baseball.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz. Hot shot. And he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
As we fight for good in Twins territory, Buy tickets now at twins.com/Christmas in July.
Innovative is the hometown supplier of restroom and office essentials for the Twins. We're proud to sponsor the Double Plays program, donating $100 to fight like a ninja every time the Twins turn 2. As workplace needs evolve, count on Innovative. Learn more at innovativeos.com.
You're listening to the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Hey, back here at Target Field, Danny Glenn along with Chris Atterbury. As Cody Clemens steps in to face the left-handed throwing Eric Lauer. Cody 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Lauer drops a breaking ball in there for a strike. It'll be Cody. Josh Bell, Royce Lewis. Lauer came on in the bottom of the second. Missed outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers, just 1 run, 2 hits for the Twins. Got both their hits in the first inning. Byron Buxton, 1 out home run, his 25th. And then a 2-out base hit by Royce Lewis. As Lauer misses outside. Dodgers bullpen quiet.
Taylor Rogers up, Danny, in the Twins bullpen. Orsi is sat down.
Here it is. Missed down and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Clemens having a good at bat. He's earned it. He hits left-handers. Hangs in there. And a strike called as Clemens kind of taps his helmet. He's already taken his stuff off. Heading to first base. He thought that ball was well low. It is a ball, and Clemens. Wait, Lance Barksdale, he's not even into it anymore.
No, he's barely talking.
He's missed like 7 of them now.
0 for 7.
He's 0 for 7.
Let's take advantage now.
Josh Bell to the plate. Cody can run a little bit, too. He has 6 stolen bases. Bell swings to the first pitch. Pops it up, shallow center field. Here comes Call. Call coming in, and at the last minute. Boy, nobody being real aggressive on that. Center fielder Pajes. He stopped running after it. Second baseman. He stopped running after it. God, you got a young Call out there to track it down.
He's a good player. He was a nice, sneaky little pickup for the Dodgers. And again, we talk about their star power, but it's their depth that really carries the day for this organization. They're so good, so deep.
Lewis watches this one go by in the outside corner. You talk about the star players. Yes, you go to a play or something, you got the star characters. But it's the guys that are, behind the scenes and the secondary act guys that, Call being one of them, they're nice. They're part of it. Foul back, good cut. Had a pitch to drive there, and now in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Head on down to the Farm Minor League update. Well, yesterday, Orlando Arcia had 2 home runs for the Saints in the same inning. Drove in 4 runs, became the first Saint to ever homer twice. Same inning. Unfortunately, I have to tell you, they lost 15-12 to Omaha. Count of no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch inside, almost hit him. And I'm not sure that Royce was taking his shin guard off, that it might have got him.
Lance Barksdale came around to brush the plate off, which generally they only do when they're coming out to give you a breather, like maybe a foul tip or something. So that's what was kind of odd about that. Royce drilled one to center last time up, just missed it.
You want to pitch him inside. Fly ball center field, Pajes back, still tracking. He'll pull up in front of the warning track and runs that one down. You see it 2 now to center field. They just sound a little dead when they leave his bat. They'll get Caratini to the plate. Put 2 down, 1 on. At what point do you try to send Clemens?
Yeah, I wonder if they were, testing the Chucky Robinson. And Lauer does have that sneaky little balk move. I'm thinking along with you.
And Caratini pops it up, foul territory. Freeman giving chase. on the warning track and runs that one down. So Carantini pops up on the first pitch.
Boomer is the dog. Then he looked good. I just followed his pitch all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Surprised Walker remembered to show up tonight.
Here's the funny part. He goes back to get it, though. That's what's funny.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
A farmer-owned brand with the creamy taste we love. That's an MVP. Most valuable protein milk. What do you think, Ken? Hey, save a glass for me. Kemp's Protein Plus Milk. Kemp's, it's the cows.
You're listening to the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Hey, this portion of Twins Baseball always brought to you by your select Heartland Chevy dealers. I'd like you to log on to ChevyDealOnline.com. Find the dealer near you. Zebby Matthews' night is done solid. 6 innings, 6 hits, couple of runs, 2 solo shots, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He'll give way to Taylor Rogers, and I'll give way to Chris Atterbury.
All right, thank you, Danny. And Miguel Rojas will take over for Ryan Ward. So the right-handed batting Rojas against Rogers, who misses wide with pitch 1. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor Rogers tonight appearing on the mound at Target Field in his 186th game in this ballpark. So 1-0 drops him for a strike. Only 2 men have ever pitched in more games in this ballpark. Caleb Thielbar, 188. And the man sitting to our left, Glenn Perkins, now tied with Rogers in second place with 186. Ground ball foul up the third base line. Also worth noting, the number 4 man on that list, Brian Dunston, the top 4 guys to have in appearances
all
in this ballpark, all lefties. 2 of them from Minnesota.
I would never. You said Caleb Thielbar?
Thielbar, 188. Old meat raffle. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, a hit towards third. Backhand play, eats up Lee, knocks it down, but it squibs by him, and the leadoff man's aboard. It's going to be a base hit as Brooks went to his backhand on a well-struck ball. But it kind of rolled up the heel of his glove. And again, we talked about needing to play that airtight defense against the Dodgers, especially because the man now in the box is Shohei Ohtani. This is the man Rogers was brought in to face. He's 3 for 9 against Taylor in his career. Guys have 1 home run. And the first pitch swung on a miss. And the count is 0-1. Big sweeper from Raj. Two-1 ball game. Rogers' job, keep it at 2-1. Veteran Rojas off the bag at first. Pitch delivered. And it's squibbed away into the seats foul, and the count is 0-2. Try to put him away here. Dave Roberts has already used 3 of the 4 players on his bench. Alex Freeland is the only other man on his bench. Here's the 0-2. Just wide. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rojas, a World Series hero. He's also pitched in a handful of games. Here's the pitch, and it's just off the plate again. Ohtani won't chase it. 2-2. Think about Ohtani, Danny. He's so calm in the box.
He's very quiet, not a lot of moving parts. He just thinks like he's just so in the zone.
Walks a ton, will strike out, and he swings and hits this one sharply to second. Flag by Keishall, second for one. Relay from Kreidler, you bet. And it's an Innovative Office Solutions double play. Well, Ohtani stung it. Keishall flagged it. The pirouette to Kreidler, and Kreidler's got a big arm coming across the bag to finish off that Innovative Office Solutions double play.
Good play by Keishall. Good feed by Keishall. And a strong throw, like you said. Kreidler right on the money.
2 outs now, and here's Pages. Well, he's no walk in the park. Second in the league in runs batted in with 57 as a strike called 0-1. Only Jordan Walker with 58 has more. But in his last 2 weeks, he's hitting sub 200 with just 1 run batted in. 25-year-old Cuban had one of the more memorable plays in a very memorable World Series as a strike called 0-2. He came in late in that Game 7, remember, made the leaping catch out in left center field. So many heroes in that series. What a series it was. 0-2? Boy, right there. But apparently wide, I'm guessing. No, it was inside, in fact. The count is 1-2. Just missed. Pages, a right-hander. And the pitch swung on and lifted in the air to center field. We've got a guy out there, and his name is Byron Buxton. Byron's under it. Taylor Rogers faces the minimum despite the leadoff single with the help of a nifty double play. It's time to stretch at Target Field. Twins.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where you going? He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
The Dodgers a 2-1 lead on his 13th of the year.
Yeah, Zebby did a nice job getting out of that inning. Then Raj, a real nice top of the 7th. But the Twins trail. They got some work to do. 2-1. Chris.
Well, in Toronto, Brooks Lee led off an inning against Lauer with a home run, and the Twins ended up scoring 7 in that inning. He leads off here in the 7th. Brooks is hitless tonight, and he watches high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or pardon me, 1 ball, no strikes. Brooks, a 1-pitch out against Lauer in the 2nd. Overzealous, grounded out to short. He's also bounced into a fielder's choice. 1-0. And Brooks bounced this one foul up the third base line. It is 1-1. Rojas, who pinch hit, stays in the game and plays at second base. Tommy Edman, Swiss Army knife for Dave Roberts, moves out to left field. So it's Edman, Pages, and Call. 2 of the 3 outfielders didn't start out there tonight as a pitch wide to Brooks, 2-1. It's Muncy, Betts, Rojas, Freeman around the infield, and Chucky Robinson is catching. 2-1. Brooks takes wide, 3-1. Rojas has not given up a run or a hit. He has walked Bell to open the fourth, a 2-out walk to Martin in the fifth, and a leadoff walk in the sixth. 3-1 here to Brooks. Lee foul tips one straight back. Good cut, 3-2. All sorts of activity in both bullpens right now. Orzi and Morris are both up. And I believe it's the right-hander Kyle Hurt for the Dodgers. 3-2 to Brooks, hit high in the air to center field. Pajes goes back on it. A lot of room out there. Andy under it, and he makes the catch off his left ear. Fly ball out for Lee, and Keyshaw will be the hitter. This series with the Dodgers brought to you by Blaze. Your financial journey starts at Blaze Credit Union. This series starting here tonight with a good one. It's 2-1 Dodgers here in the bottom of the seventh. Well, you hear all about this behemoth that is the Dodgers, this glitzy juggernaut. I don't think people would expect Chucky Robinson, Alex Call. These are not necessarily the household names, but they're in there tonight as Keyshaw pops the first pitch up to shallow right. Call coming in, Rojas going out, and Rojas catches it. That's another one pitch out. And Danny, we saw Caratini pop up on one pitch. We saw Bell pop up shallow on one pitch. And now Keyshaw. So Lauer brilliantly mixing speeds and pitches and locations here tonight.
Yeah, and like you said, the only base runners, he's walked 3. And one of them was a leadoff walk in the fourth. The other was a leadoff walk in the sixth. And they didn't advance to get into scoring position.
Let's see what Kreidler can do if he can get Martin into the box. Kreidler takes a pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. The scorching hot Twins had been averaging 8 runs a game over that 7-game road trip. But as we talked about with Gino in the open, different animal here in this pitching staff. And this ball smacked in the air to center field, fairly deep. But again, Pajes has the room to roam, and he's under it for another out. 6 scoreless, hitless innings from Lauer, and it's still 2-1 Dodgers. We go to the 8th on your home for Twins.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Taylor Rogers back out to tangle with Freddie Freeman here in the 8th. First pitch is swinging miss, and the count is 0-1. Freeman's solo homer that you just heard during the 7th inning stretch. The difference in this game. 2-1 Dodgers lead. 0-1 down and away. You've got righties ready in the pen. You've got the righty Betts on deck, and then the lefty Muncy. Perfect world for Rogers. You get Freeman. You got a chance to face Betts with nobody on and then face the other lefty. So this pitch fouled away 1-2, but if Freeman reaches, that might change maybe the thinking of George Shelton, Pete Mackey. Right now it's a 1-2 to Freddie. And it's down and in, and they're going to challenge it. They called it a ball.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
Is it 0 for 8? Would be a strikeout. If it is, I think it is. Bingo. Rogers strikes out Freeman looking. Credit Caratini. And Lance Barksdale is not going to like this tape. He is 0 for 8 on challenges tonight. Here's Mookie.
And here's Derek.
So it didn't matter whether he was going to reach or not. Mookie Betts is going to be the hitter, and he will not face the left-hander in Taylor Rogers. Rogers faces 4, records 4 outs, and again ties Glenn Perkins for the second most appearances for a pitcher.
There's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Over the weekend, now they're in Miami because Scotland plays Brazil down there on Wednesday.
Yeah, I heard this guy, the Tartan Army as they are known, I heard one of them caught a foul ball. And hopefully it's haggis for everyone on South Beach tonight as the Tartan Army making their way across the country. Here's Eric Orji for the Twins, 3rd pitcher of the night, the right-hander facing Mookie Betts. And then Max Muncy, 2-1 Dodgers lead. Mookie from the right side. Orji delivers, and the first pitch rolled to short. Reagular passes the glove, picks it up, throws out his opposite number, and Betts is gone on a pitch. 1 pitch, 2 outs in the inning, and now Max Muncy, who's 0 for 3. I told you earlier, Muncy, 225 homers as a Los Angeles Dodger. Only Eric Karros and Ron Cey have more. He passed Steve Garvey with those Popeye forearms earlier this season. Orji delivers, and he delivers low, 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, the Dodgers were pretty good, weren't they? Haven't they always had marquee players?
Always had stars. And it's amazing when they were down, you wondered why and how. It's a swing and miss, 1-1. But I mean, you know it better than anybody because you came up. Yeah. You were bred in the Giants chain to hate the Dodgers, and you guys battled at every single level of the minor leagues, all the way on up. 1-1 is low, 2-1.
You know, and Tommy Lasorda, the Hollywood stars that would show up.
Koufax, Drysdale.
Mike Marshall, their first baseman, was dating Belinda Carlisle.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
The 2-1. Swung on a miss. It's 2-2. It was good to be Mike Marshall. Good to be a Dodger. Would they have like 5 straight Rookie of the Years? I mean, it was always, they were minting players. 2-2, hit in the air and hit well to right field. Buxton chasing after, won't be able to get it. Plays it off the wall. Has the high carom. Muncy chugs into second base with a double. They kept him in the ballpark, but Muncie's now at second base, and Orsiolaf to solve Alex Call, who's 2 for 2 off the bench. Call entered when Kyle Tucker had back spasms following a walk in the second inning. Well, that's a pretty swing, isn't it,
yeah,
from Muncie?
He is short, compact, good hands.
If you were to draw just kind of the perfect little line drive swing and then the power to hit it off the wall in right center field, I mean, that's what it looks like. Here's Call, good player. 2 hits already. And he's frozen with a strike, and the count is 0-1, kind of flinched at that splitter.
Called 2 hits. He went the other way his last time up. See if still some real estate over the right side, even though Lewis well off the bag.
Runner at second changes the angles a little bit. Call watches wide, 1-1. Hey, get ready to roll out because Ludacris is taking over Target Field with a post-game concert this Friday. Stay after the game for an electric performance and get exclusive field access with a VIP pass. Don't act a fool. Secure your tickets at twins.com/Ludacris. The Gladden girls will be there. Strike is called, and it's 1-2.
We'll be there.
You'll be there.
Where are you going?
I don't know if I can make that one.
It's after the game.
Yeah, I'd get some stuff.
Get some stuff. Break in your couch. You'll be fine.
One ball and 2
You gotta watch.
strikes.
Listen to a song or two.
Break in your couch. Here's the 1-2. Runner at second. That's a big run out there. The pitch swung on and bounced foul towards the third base coach. He grabs it barehanded. I could not name a Ludacris song. I'm assuming there's a bunch of references in that read to his songs, but I could not name a single one.
You know, Perk was in here earlier before the ballgame talking about because I guess his wife's a big
huge fan.
But they're going to Boulder. His daughter is going to go to school. They're going to do that tour of the campus there. So he's going to miss it.
Yeah, they saw him somewhere else here in recent years. And I told you, Perk said that Alicia was like, why don't you just take her to Boulder? I'll stay. And they're like, no. Family orientation. A new bat for Call. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Dodgers leave a runner at second, and will, I guess this is the right line, roll out to a break. Twins down 2-1. Bottom of the 8th next on your home for Twins baseball.
Looking for the best team in the American League? You got to go to Tampa.
And the Rays have won another.
The Rays are cooking, and they're doing it with their own special recipe. It starts on the mound where Drew Rasmussen, Steven Matz, Nick Martinez, and Big Mac Shane McClanahan are holding it down.
And a big swing and miss. He got him with the hard stuff.
This rotation is just suffocating opposing hitters, pitching to a sub-3 ERA backed by a lights-out bullpen. At the disc, Junior Caminero is proving he's an elite middle-of-the-order masher.
And that one's gonna go! Home run, Caminero!
And don't sleep on Jonathan Aranda and Yandy Diaz bats either. Those three have combined to drive in more than 90 runs already this season. Playing in the same division as the Yankees, Tampa will need to maintain their momentum. Maybe even kick it up a notch. But this season's Rays seem to be up to any challenge.
Now the big right-hander Kyle Hurt is on to pitch. What a job by Eric Lauer. Lauer did not allow a hit over 6 scoreless innings. He did walk 3. And he's got a chance to pick up a W, his second as a Dodger. Hands this one over to Hurt. The bullpen has been really, really good. Dodger relievers third best in the majors in batting average against and fifth in whip. Hurt facing Austin Martin, and the first pitch is wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Hurt throws a good hard fastball, a four-seamer, about 57% of the time, then change-up slider. And this one hit back up the middle, and there's your base hit. Austin Martin breaks the seal. And Byron Buxton now becomes the go-ahead run. Boy, isn't that just baseball, Danny? You have Larnach starting because of the righty. Then you throw Martin in against the lefty. He goes 0 for 1 with a walk, and then when the righty comes in, he bangs a hit off.
Yep. Well, and that tying run, and he runs a little bit, but we're going to watch Buck hit.
Byron is homered to tie the game in the first. He's bounced down, and then he lined out to the wall in left. First pitch from Hurt, swung through. Yeah, that's the changeup, and the count is 0-1. Again, fastball, changeup, and occasionally a slider. Hurt's a big guy. 31 strikeouts, just 9 walks this year. 2-1 with a 3.70 earned run average, his 26th appearance, and a swinging foul tip at the changeup, and the count is 0-2. I am not a pitching genius, but Danny, I know enough that I wouldn't throw a ball in the strike zone here to Byron Buxton.
Yeah, that ball clipped that catcher. He's getting a little extra time, and remember their starting catcher, Dalton Rushing, he left, took a foul ball and concussion-like symptoms right now.
Yeah, he is not allowed to come back in the ball game. Obviously, no re-entry, but because of the concussion thing, and we probably won't see him the rest of the series. I'm not sure who their emergency catcher would be, but I'm guessing there's somebody on the way to Minnesota from Oklahoma City. No balls and 2 strikes to Buck, out of battle. He swings and cranks one foul on the third base line into the second deck. Boy, that was a changeup, and he left it in, and Buck turned on it like a cobra. Boy, if Byron Buxton can get a hold of one and give the Twins a lead, might be about as loud as we've heard this building this season. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away again to the right side. Finally saw a fastball. That was at 97, and it was right at the top of the zone. Byron was out here about 2 o'clock doing defensive drills with Grady Sizemore, putting in the work. Blasted a home run in the first, nearly got another one in the 5th. The pitch. Swung on a miss, and he struck him out. He got him with a heater. So Hurt fans Buxton, and now it's Cody Clemens. And Danny, I would ask you, is this now a chance maybe you put a little pressure on and move Martin?
Yeah, I think that at some point Martin runs well enough. Not sure. We haven't been running that much lately.
You got a catcher who's just in, who hasn't played a whole lot. Big-bodied right-hander.
But then again, you got to know. I always like to talk to the guys that can run a little bit, how your legs feel. You know, sometimes they might tighten up a little bit, go through a week or so that they feel a little heavy.
No balls and a strike. Clemens foul tip in the count 0-2.
What I like is you've got guys here that Clemens could put the ball in the seats. You've got Bell due up next. So why risk having him thrown out when a 2-run homer give the lead?
0-2 pitch. Swung on and rolled to the right side. Slow roller picked up by Miguel. He throws to second. A delayed call. They're going to call him out eventually. Ryan Addison was waiting. I don't know if he wanted to see if Mookie Betts dropped the ball. But Austin Martin got there right about the same time that slow flip got to Mookie Betts at second base, and then the world stood still there for a second, but it's going to be a force out.
Rojas took a chance right there, and then the throw, like you said, almost into the runner.
Now it's Josh Bell. Bell smacks this one to right field. Call comes on, slides to the ground, and he makes the catch. Well struck, but Call snares it, so leadoff runner, and the Twins can't move him off of first base. We've played 8. It's 2-1 Dodgers on your home for Twins baseball.
Tremendous defense in this series from Nasim Nunez.
Jake Myers, what a catch! Looks like he's played there for years. Not too shabby, young man. 2 Gold Star plays. Back web gems.
Beautiful thing on both sides of the infield now here for the Braves.
Back to the warning track and makes the catch up against the wall. It is caught by Davis Schneider. Leaping grab by Meyer. Closing is Mitchell, and he makes the play. The race is on, and Vladdy will win it. Just Chisholm, lovely, lovely play. Eyes on the ball, right? Yeah. Tyler O'Neill goes skyscraping at the right field fence. Oh, Billy Cook. One of the greatest center fielders in the game today. Backtrack, leaps at the wall, made the catch. Diving stop by Palacios, who is just taking hits away from everybody. I'll tell you what, through 3 2/3 innings, I think Richie Palacios deserves a Gold Glove.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Personal injury lawyers, Minnesotans trust. Go to meshbesher.com.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Well, Andrew Morris is on to throw against the bottom of the Dodger order here in the 9th. Morris becomes the 4th pitcher in the ball game. Zebby Matthews gave up 2 runs, couple of solo homers. Rogers and Orsi, well, they combined to go 2 1/3 scoreless innings, and now it's up to Morris. Andrew Morris 2-2 this year with a 4.54 ERA, couple of saves. Facing the lefty Tommy Edman. Edman's 2 for 3. Now playing left field. And the pitch is called the ball, and they challenge it.
Challenging the ball call.
That was a Ben May look from Lance Barksdale. He doesn't want to go 0 for 9. And he finally gets a win.
Call is confirmed, it's a ball.
He finally gets a win, Danny. Had to feel good. 1 ball, no strikes. Brooks Lee off the cut, foot on the grass at third for the lefty Edman. Pitch misses again. It's 2-0.
You know, the more we gather the information on this, the more the umpires, there's a grade system on them, and that'll be calibrated at the end of the year.
2-0. And that's high. 3-0. Now we want to see here, bottom third of the order. Now, you never want to see the leadoff man on or go 3-0 bottom of the order, but in particular when the 4th guy due to bat is Shohei Ohtani. And 3-0 is a strike, 3-1. Now the Dodgers 2 homers tonight. They're 23-4 when they hit 2 or more homers in a game. One area where they haven't really lapped the field is 1-run games. As a strike call, I think Edman wants to challenge. He thought about it, but he won't. Count 3-2. Good pitch. 97 painted on the bottom rail. Chucky Robinson on deck, and then Miguel Rojas. (3-2). Fouled straight back. Yeah, talk about 1-run games, and that's what we have currently. The Dodgers are just 12-11 in 1-run games. You expect when you're 20 games over 500, you know, probably to have a bigger delta there, but again, they don't play a ton of them. As this ball popped up, back to short, Kreidler retreats into left field. Martin's charging in. Kreidler gives way. Martin makes the catch. And there's 1 away. Boy, what a job by Morris to come back from that 3-0 deficit, Danny, and get that critical first out.
They got a week out at that. Morris had a good run there, and a lot of people feel he's got stuff to maybe eventually grow in to a closer role. And don't forget, don't just show up in the big leagues and be a closer. You got to work your way into it.
Jackie Robinson pops this one in the air to right field. Clemens moving towards foul territory. He's right at the line. He makes the catch, 2 outs. Well, he continues to grow and to learn, and you talk to the veterans out there, and he's an eager listener and learner, and he has the mindset to be successful. Remember when he came up in Toronto, he told us, I think I'm going to like this relieving stuff. He goes, I don't like having to wait 4 to 5 days in between starts. I want to be in there every day. Caratini's going to come out to chat.
This is Alex Freeland.
Alex Freeland for Rojas. So Dave Roberts, we talked about it with Derek Shelton. He's not a push-button guy. It's not just roll the balls out and let your stars go play, even though that might be the perception. He's used every guy on his bench today. Some out of strategy and some out of necessity with some injuries. Morris got the consultation from Caratini. Lefty Tanner Scott, the closer, is up. Pitch taken for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Hey, looking ahead, brought to you by James Hardy. Series continues tomorrow at 6:40. Joe Ryan against Justin Robleski for the Dodgers. When you look ahead to home improvements, look to James Hardy. Hardy Siding, America's #1 brand of siding. Pitch sales high. It's 1-1. Joe Ryan versus Shohei Ohtani. Boy, be early. You're going to want to be in your seat, or at least on the edge of it, for the first batter tomorrow. The 1-1. That's low. 2-1. As good as Joe is, and he is mind-numbingly, consistently fun to watch, when he faces really high-level hitters, you see him take it up another level.
Absolutely he does, and kind of has to.
2 balls and a strike. Twins trail 2-1. We're in the top of the 9th on a beautiful night at Target Field. The pitch swung on and lined into right field for a base hit. Alex Freeland off the bench for a hit. Danny, think about this. Cole comes off the bench. He goes 2 for 3. Miguel Rojas off the bench for a hit, and now Freeland off the bench for a hit. That's 4 hits off the bench for Dave Roberts tonight. And because of it, Ohtani gets to hit, and they're not going to
intentionally walk him. How about that? They're the guy on first base.
And they're going to intentionally walk him to face a guy who's second in the league and runs batted in Andy Pages. Of course, last year, after splitting the first 2 games at Dodger Stadium, the Twins had a situation where they were protecting the lead, and Griffin Jax was instructed to intentionally walk Ohtani. And then he lost the next guy, walked the next batter, who was a pinch hitter off the bench, who, again, had 100 batting average, like $150, right on right, perfect matchup. But Griffin was kind of shaken a little bit by it, walked the next guy, and then Freddie Freeman beat the Twins and walked him off.
So this isn't new. I recall it was Buck Showalter walked Barry Bonds with the bases loaded. With the bases loaded.
And ended up winning the game.
It ended up winning the game. I think he was with the Arizona Diamondbacks at the time.
Well, if you're Andy Pages, here you go. First and second, Pages obviously gives you the right on right. He's 0 for 4 today. Only Nick Kurtz, Jordan Walker have driven in more runs. Kurtz, of course, in the AL, Walker, NL. And a strike, it's 0-1. You know, and it makes so much sense to go right on right here. And a guy who's been struggling of late in Pages. And a guy who is not Ohtani. That's the first box you're checking. Strike called, 0-2. Attaboy. And if you're scoring at home for Ohtani, that is his 9th intentional walk. The Twins as a team have received 4 intentional walks. No balls, 2 strikes. Andrew Morris comes set and delivers. Did he go? Check swing. He went. That's the inning. The strategy plays big-time dividends. Morris executes. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. No better time than tonight for the first walk-off win of the year for the Twins. They're down 2-1. Lewis, Caratini, and Lee when we return.
The numbers starting to creep up a little bit for George. Springer hits it a long way to left, and it's gone! Career home run number 300 for George Springer.
Congratulations, George Springer. What a way to do it. An absolute no-doubter.
438 feet. And you talk about a ball disappearing, Joe, into the night.
Gone instantaneously.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Marsden is currently hiring for all shifts so you can find work that fits your schedule. Creating careers and making a difference. Marsden.
This is the Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Well, the left-hander Tanner Scott, impressive numbers on the year. He saved 9 in 10 opportunities. And Tanner Scott, in 31 innings, 38 strikeouts, and only 3 walks. 1-3 with a 2.32 ERA, making his 34th appearance of the year. Big bearded left-hander, slider, four-seamer, split him right down the middle. It's a coin flip, what he'll throw. And he's facing Royce Lewis, Victor Caratini, and Brooks Lee. So again, 50% slider, 50% heater. And here's Royce, who has one of the Twins' 3 hits tonight. He's also lined out to deep center twice. The first pitch is down. It's a slider, and it's 1-0. Jackie Robinson thought about challenging that pitch, but it was well out of his zone. Scott was a big trade deadline prize a couple of years ago. As Lewis fouls that one back to our left. Provis cowering. It's off the railing up above the TV booth, though, and it's 1-1.
What'd you say, 50% fastball, about 97 on the heater, and then
50% slider.
Yeah, and the slider's got good velo.
Yeah. Everything's hard. Big bearded left-hander. And the 1-1. And this one fouled away to our right. That might get in the press box. Just shy. 1-2. The thing about the Dodgers is Scott came over as the big acquisition to be a closer, and then they just go and buy a new one every year. So they went and got Edwin Diaz. And then Diaz got hurt, and they're like, oh, hey, Tanner, can you close? Okay, you're good now. And nice option to have. His bullpen is really fantastic. 2-strike pitch, again in the air to center field. Andy Pajes is underneath it. Going off the hands a little bit. Pop fly to center is out number 1. And the Twins have just 2 outs to play with. Victor Caratini, and then it's Brooks Lee. Caratini has never faced Scott, and he hits the first pitch in the air to right field. Alex Calls had a big game, makes the catch. Another 1 pitch out for Vic Caratini, his second of the night. He was hunting a pitch, and he got a good one. It was a middle fastball, Danny. You can't fault him for pulling the trigger on that.
Yeah, a little bit late on it, though. Caratini's more of a pull power type guy, both from the left side, right side. Right there, got beat just a little bit. It'll be up to...
See if Brooks can keep the line moving.
Keep it moving, or He's got some power from the right side.
He's had a flair for some dramatic moments. Brooks hunches in. He swings and rips one foul, bounces into the Dodger dugout. And
you know, Chris, of his 12 home runs, 9 have been hit on the road. So most of his damage on the road.
Had a big home run in the last homestand against St. Louis. Just need a base runner to keep it alive. Lee swings and misses 0-2. Twins are down to their final strike. Well, you come in with a red-hot offense. You hold this Dodger team to just 2 runs. But the Dodger pitching tonight, Eric Lauer 6 scoreless behind the opener. And the Twins are down to their last strike, down a run. 0-2 pitch. And it's down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooks alive. Keyshaw's on deck, just begging for a chance. And Tanner Scott eyeing his 10th save of the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Taken low, 2-2. Solo home run from Buxton in the first. They had 2 on with 2 out in the inning, but Caratini bounced out. They've had a leadoff base runner on in 3 different occasions and couldn't advance him. Here's the 2-2. And it's wide. So from 0-2 to 3-2 for Brooks Lee. Twins have had 1 at bat with a runner in scoring position the entire game. 3-2 pitch. Here's Scott. Swung on and hit towards third base. Flag to his left by Muncy. Up with it to first. And he throws out Brooks Lee to end the game. So the Los Angeles Dodgers, despite losing a couple of starters to injury along the way, cool off the hot Twins bats, and they win the ballgame by the final score of 2-1. A game that featured 3 solo home runs. Ohtani, Buxton, and Freeman. If you like home runs from superstars, this was your game. And if you like good pitching, well, this was your game from the Dodgers standpoint as they beat the Twins 2-1